Hi, how's it going? My name is Miguel. Welcome to this week's episode of Disabled Talks. If you haven't already, or if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a notification and never miss one of our talks. This week, we're on the third part of our series, Friends, where we're talking about how allowing yourself to be open to other people can be really useful in dealing with your own disability. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna go and tell your whole life story to every single person that you meet, because no one really wants to hear that. If you want to do that, you might as well just go ahead and start your own YouTube channel. Am I right? Having a solid group of people, or even if it's just one, that you can go to and talk about your disability is extremely helpful, because there's never really a shortage of problems, right? One day you may wake up and your back is hurting, or your knee is hurting, or you might be tripping a lot for some reason, and you're like, why, Lord, why me? So it's really easy to get stuck in your own head and just like all you see is problems. One of the things that allowing people to really get to know me has taught me is that it's a lot easier to carry that burden, because everybody may not have a disability, but everyone is dealing with something or has their own burdens to carry. And I'm gonna brag about my friends a little bit, because seeing how they deal with their everyday obstacles, even if it's not a physical disability per se, seeing how they deal with the things that life throws at them has taught me and has given me an example to follow in dealing with my own disability, because most of the time the same things apply. An example that comes to mind right away is actually one of my roommates, because he's had to struggle a lot with the language barrier. He has a thick accent and sometimes has trouble with getting people to understand what he's actually saying. He hates ordering through fast food, because sometimes he has to repeat himself multiple times for the other person to get his order right. So he finds that extremely frustrating. Writing papers in school has always been difficult for him, and in his career field he's had to do a lot of that. But I've seen him go from having to take so many hours to write something, to now he's made it all the way through school and is actually about to graduate with his master's. And the other day we were talking, and I noticed that he's using big words like that. I found myself going damn. I'm like, yeah, of course I know what that means. And meanwhile, under the table, I'm just looking up to see what the word means. And so just seeing his growth from back then to now is extremely inspiring, because it proves that if you don't stop working at your goal, then you'll eventually, step by step, you'll eventually get there. My other roommate as well, when I first met him, he was the type of person that was more on the shy side, really never to voice his opinion. And now, thinking back, now he started his own organization, and is not afraid to go recruit people and really talk to people. One of my friends who also has a disability, who's also made a video for this channel, she is just amazing, because you never hear her complain about her disability. She is extremely disciplined about taking her medication, and from what she's told me, she has to take a lot of medication to deal with her epilepsy, but you never see that as being one of the things she complains about. One of my other friends, she is very goal oriented and doesn't let anything stop her. She is also one to always look for adventure. Whatever pops into her head, she's again not afraid to pursue it, and is the one that pretty much gets us into most of the shenanigans that we've been in. I could really go on for days. I've been extremely lucky to be surrounded with these people. One of my friends is fearless. If he wants to go travel the world, he doesn't think it twice. He just picks up, goes. That's one of the things that I admire about him, is that he's not afraid to even just go up to someone and introduce himself. My other friends, from dealing with life-threatening illnesses with a smile, or another friend that just takes everything that life has given him, lives every day, makes the best out of every day without complaint, but is one of the most noble, one of the most dependable guys that you could ever meet. And last, everyone has this friend who just seems to have everything figured out, right? He gives the rest of the people hope, is successful, is married already, just seems to have his life put together. And you're like, how do you do it? I feel so privileged to have met all of these amazing people, not just the ones that I've mentioned in this video, but so many through college, so many through high school, elementary, even middle school, right? They've all shaped me into the person that I've become today, essentially. As far as allowing, your core group of friends to really join into your story, is what it's all about, because they're able to, just as you're able to maybe be there for them as they're dealing with their own stuff, they're able to be there for you when you have difficulty with any part of your life, including your disability. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big like and share it with someone who will enjoy it or might benefit from hearing this message. Like always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one.